Hello guys, and another person walking past. Hello and welcome to Dark Souls 2. My name is James, also known as Bish. And yes, welcome back to the Dark Souls 2 playthrough. Yeah, so we are now on part 7 of our playthrough. And I have just failed miserably. And actually, you didn't get the whole thing. That's not too bad. That shouldn't, hopefully, that should die out before it actually gives me poison. And we're going to talk to this lady here. We're going to go through Harvest Valley today. It's going to be good fun.
Are you a traveller? I'm Chloanne, an ore stone trader. I travel about collecting rare stones, which I sell to make my living. I never planned to visit this God's forsaken place. But I don't know. I just sort of ended up here. I must have just wandered in. But now that I'm here, I've been scouting around for rare bits. Oh, don't look at me like that. Many of these stones are quite useful. For instance, certain stones are used in smithing. Oh, now your ears prick up.
Yes, they do.
I've extras if you can pay. This is my trade, after all.
So this NPC is fantastic later on in the game. So at the moment she sells a bonfire aesthetic and 10 Titanite shards, plus a miracle and a hex. Now, we'll take those 10 Titanite shards off of her, and we'll also get our first bonfire aesthetic, considering we haven't got another one yet. But if you talk to her enough here, she will go back to Majula, so let's keep talking to her.
I came here in search of rare stones, but the place is nothing like I was told. All this poison, and you can't get very far inside. Don't just go haplessly wandering about.
Well, that's what we're about to do in a minute.
These stones may look all the same, but to the trained eye, each is unique. Some of them are used to smith weapons and armor, and some unique stones provide special benefits. Some of them are extremely rare and should be used with great thrift. None of the differences are easily spotted, but I've learned quite a lot, really. Drang Lake. How is it that I ended up here?
I honestly don't know.
It's funny. I can't seem to remember. I've searched every nook and cranny here. I suppose it's time to move on. Perhaps we'll meet again, if we live that long.
So I think it's that dialogue.
I've searched...
Yes. That dialogue will get her to move back to Majula. So she'll go back to Majula and she'll sell the same stuff until you get about halfway through the game. Then she starts selling some rather nice items. I'm not going to spoil it. We'll get to that later. Anyway, let's continue down Harvest Valley. Look at this guy, poor guy. This area really isn't too bad so long as you've got some poison mosses. We've got 11 of them. We're going to keep those in our inventory slot because we are going to need them. Now, firstly, are these guys here that you'll see in front of us. Now, these guys aren't too bad if you attack them from range. The reason being is because their moveset doesn't, as you can see, it doesn't actually come up at us. It'll only ever hit that bit there. So as long as we sit here, we can cheese this guy out. He's really not too bad in close combat either, to be honest. He sort of does the same thing. The only thing, of course, with that is you're going to get poisoned while you're trying to attack him. So we're just going to range this guy for now. So again, there's nothing to worry about this guy. This guy's really easy. I say this guy, these guys, because there's actually two of them. little thing to note for you guys that haven't played this game yet. When you fire off a shot with your arrow and it depletes your stamina, you actually get a damage penalty, which is rather interesting to note. Wow, that guy got owned. A human effigy as well, very nice. And a life gem. Okay, so now that we've cleared out the area of enemies, we can start getting ourselves some items. We've got Fading Soul and Titanite Shards. I'm going to wait here. There's no point in using a Poison Moss here. It might as well just go a little bit further down. But there's a skeleton here as well that I always forget about this guy. And for some reason I just did a jump attack. Titanite Shard, not too bad I guess. Fading Soul, really nothing worth getting poisoned for. There are a couple of items in here that are definitely worth getting poisoned for though, so we're gonna try and grab them as quick as possible. I'm gonna wait for my poison bar to go back down again, because the less poison moss we use, the better, really. Okay, we're gonna get poison now. We're gonna go through. So we got poison throwing knives times 10. Another Fading Soul, really not worth your time. Titanite chunk, which we're gonna use for our weapon very shortly. I'm gonna use ourselves a poison moss now. So it gives you a couple of seconds before you start getting poisoned again. 2 smooth and silky stones and a Titanite shard. So not too bad if you're gonna be trading with the crows in a bit. We will go back to her eventually. I say her, them. Oh crap, that was close. That was close. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to go down here and show you how to do this. You need a poison moss for this because you will die if you don't. Open the treasure chest and then use a poison moss. Do not try and grab the item because you'll start dying. Divine Blessing and a Fire Seed. Fire Seed for Pyromancers is a definite yes. And Divine Blessings are always good. Here we get a Fragrant Branch of Yore. Now that is a damn important item, and I'll show you what that is in a second. Inside here is Gavlan. It's our second time with Gavlan. And inside here, remember right, it's a pale stone or some sort of stone. Raw stone. Not too bad. Okay, so let's talk to Gavlan. He'll have the same sort of inventory, because this is the second time we've seen him. So we got the Giant's Ring. He's increased his Giant's Ring to 6,000 instead of 5,000. Also, he hasn't actually that's interesting. So I've actually bought the poison arrows last time, but this time he hasn't restocked. So that's interesting to know. He also sells poison moss, and at this point in second, that's a damn good thing. I'm not gonna buy any because I think I should just have enough. Also, it's time to sell. Now, I'm trying to think whether I should. I'm gonna sell a couple of these pale stones. We're not going to do that many. I want to sell these. Now, I was farming the knights in the Hay Knight's Tower and got like 18 of them. So that's just giving us a nice amount of souls to work with. We've also got some souls here to work with as well. It's very nice. So we've got a bonfire ascetic as well, which we're not going to sell. Anything else that we can sell that we don't need? I'm going to keep all the armor and all of the other stuff.
Gavlan, what with Gavlan?
So it really just says the same things. The thing that's great about this area is you actually get, in the proximity of about 3 minutes, you get a second Fragrant Branch of Yore. Let's have a look at this Fragrant Branch of Yore. Restores living things from petrification. Now, guys, if you remember those monsters that I said don't let them get up and attack you, and I got like obliterated by, well, almost obliterated by them, and they jumped on us and tried to give us a massive hug. Those guys, they give off a petrification meter, and if you die when you get if you get petrified, you die. you lose half of your health, if I remember rightly, and you turn to stone when you die as well. It's really interesting. A fragrant tree branch with a faint sweet smell restores the life of things turned to stone. Extended inhalation of the branch's scent can lead to coughing and nausea. Okay, so that is going to be... We haven't seen the petrified enemy, petrified guy that we need to unpetrify, but we will go to that later on. Kind of close to Medulla actually, so we will be able to probably do that maybe this episode or next episode. But that way is another way to like another half of the game, and it's gonna be a lot of good things to explore up that way. Let's see now. I'm going to be just a little bit mean to this guy. So again, this guy doesn't stand a chance. I don't know why I'm trying to poison them. You can't poison these guys. We're in a poison area. James, really? Just wasted arrows. Fire does considerably more damage. So here you go. So there, you're going to only hit 118 there. A normal attack, if it wouldn't hit the rock, is 140. So you lose about 35 to your attack power. You know what? I really don't feel like cheesing these this way. I'm going to show you what they are like in close combat. Really are just that simple, guys. Bait them, do that attack, and the rest is just absolutely easy. We've got a couple of mummies as well that come at you. Nothing really that difficult, let's face it. I mean, look at these guys. They're just sitting there just like... they're being just ridiculous. So up here is a mummy waiting for us to go up the ladders. So well and good, that's fine by me. We'll get hit by him, we don't really care. Here is the switch for the door, which you need to pull before you can get to the next bit. I'm going to jump down. Am I fat rolling? No, I'm not. I don't understand what the hell that was. Okay, so inside this corner here is the bonfire. Now we're not going to go back on ourselves, so we might as well rest here. Alright, now this next bit, guys, if you've never played before, is full of ambushes. There is our other fragrant branch of yore. I'm going to go up to the left. Sorry, up forward first. To the right is a huge ambush. We'll see that very shortly. Here is this guy. Now, this guy does do a melee move at close range, but I'm actually trying to get him to destroy that wall. And there it is. So now we can kill him. We don't need to worry about him. Oh, there's his actual melee move. So basically, you have to make him bait his melee move in order to... the projectile doesn't work. You have to use the melee move of his to actually get him in here, to actually get inside here. The Radiant Life Gem, Smooth and Silky Stone, Torch, Soul Lost and Dead. Not too bad, not too great to be honest. But this is what we came in here for: the Old Knight Pike and the Old Knight Great Shield. Let's have a look at these. So the Old Knight Pike. There's the Old Knight Pike. Even two-handing it, I can't do much with it, but it's not too bad. It looks quite nice. I've always loved that the pikes and the halberds like move set. It's just so cool. And the shield, Old Knight's shield. There it is. No, it's not. Nope, it's the Great Shield, isn't it? Great Shield is the one we got. The thing that really fascinates me is that you can actually use shields as a weapon with your R2. Only with R2s. The R1 blocks like that. But the R2s and the L2 actually as well does moves with it. It's really kind of interesting. Okay, so that's those two. An undated ancient great shield, wielded by a warrior from a time so ancient that there exist no records of his endeavours. Has extremely low durability. Sometimes, just as a thing falls to pieces, it unleashes its last flash of great power. Interesting. That is an interesting quote. Okay. Should we get ambushed, guys? I'm really up for this. 2 guys up there. 2 guys there. This room is scattered with, well, mummies, traps, and arseholes. Now, you can, if you want to, wait for these guys to come here. These guys can't come through this corner here. And the best way to deal with them is to do it this way. That is, of course, if they don't just, like, fail miserably. Yeah, he actually fell down. What an idiot. So as you can see, you just fail miserably in the corner that you're trying to that you do this in. I would like to kill these guys off actually, so that I could show you guys what actually is around here. So I think I might give it a bit more of a go. Don't usually do it. There really isn't too much point. Because I don't usually use most of the items that are in here. Most of them are all like skeptic spices and just crappy soul items. Don't fall off the edge. Always being cocky. Okay, so that's all the enemies in this area taken care of. There's a couple of mummies here. Nothing extra specially great, to be honest, let's face it. Large soul of Brave Warrior and Radiant Life Gem. Inside there is nothing. There's quite a few dead ends. It was just rubbish treasure, to be honest. Large Titanite shards, not too bad, I guess. Inside here is a simpleton spice. This one, just 5 life gems. Nothing to be killing yourself with, you know, really, let's face it. And just in this one is a skeptic spice. Simpleton and skeptic spices are what I was talking to you guys about before with the whole magic thing. They're really not my sort of thing, but you can use them. So the inside this corner here is a crystal lizard, but unfortunately I don't think I'm gonna be able to get him now. I missed him. Don't go down there. That is just death, guys. Don't do that. Don't do that to yourselves. And up here is our fragrant branch of yore. Our second fragrant branch of yore. So that means we can now unpetrify 2 people, and I've got 2 people in mind to unpetrify actually, and we're going to be doing that in a bit. Now down here in these holes is treasure, I'm tempted to do them, and just to show you what there is actually down here. Yeah, let's do it. We've got enough poison moss. Fading Soul, really pointless item. It's all sort of a bit crappy down here because you can barely see anything. You don't actually know where you're going, and it's a bit of a pain. Simpson Spice, again, not too important in my personal opinion. Now you can make that jump if you want to. There is a if you look here, look, there's actually a little bit of a thing here, but you can actually make the jump there to get up there and grab that if you want it. Now down here, again, there is some more of these. We are getting close to my favourite covenant of the whole entire game. Again, this is one of my favourite areas. I do really like this place. It's surprisingly easy. And that's not why I like it, but it's just a nice, I just really like the sort of the whole aspect of the area. I mean, just look at this place. It's just so cool. I'm going to cheese one of these guys. The other guy I will just kill with melee, because there are some things down there that I want to get. Cheers, dude. Now they do drop stuff as well. I can't remember what they actually drop now. Come on, just attack me. The only thing with this is you should be more worried about the poison than you are about the actual enemy. The enemy's really not too bad. The thing that I've always loved... oh god, excuse me. The thing that I've always loved about those monsters is when they die, they actually fall on top of their rider. I just really, really love that. The Chameleon and a Brave Warrior. Brave Warrior Soul. Interesting. The Human Effigy and a Large Titan Shard. The Chameleon is a... probably, as some of you guys have already guessed it, is a pyromancy. Let's have a look at that. Oh no, it's not. It's a sorcery, sorry. Chameleon, a sorcery that dates further back than recollection, allows you to blend into your surroundings. Those who fear the unseen are crowded. Those who... oh, sorry, are cowards, sorry. Those who never doubt their eyes are fools. So basically, it has, I think, the same thing as the Silver Talismans, I think. So that's interesting. That's really nice. I didn't know you could actually get a thing for that. That's kind of interesting. These guys are surprisingly very easy. They're very, very slow. And they are just a joke, in my personal opinion. This guy douses himself in poison. These guys can't be poisoned like properly though, so there isn't much to them. I usually bring this guy down here because it's a bit easier to bait his move. Easily staggered these guys. I didn't really notice that when I've been playing before. Now, that way is to the next part of the map, but we're going to go this way. And we're getting really close now to our Covenant. This guy, he does like a... he has like a path. But it's just another normal enemy. Nothing too difficult. But around this corner, some of you might realise this. Some of you might recognise this this place. There it is. This is where you join Praising the Sun. Look at this. This is where you join the Sun Covenant. You can offer sunlight medals when you do some co-op with other people using the sun Using the Sun Covenant, you get Sunlight Medals, and you can offer these and increase your rank in the actual in the Covenant. And there it is. Praise the Sun, the gesture. There it is. I'm so happy. I'm now finally back to where I was. Let's change this, shall we? And actually, we'll have a look at this hot one as well. So this is the hot one. Really cool for like the ending of bosses. And then my favourite. Praise the Sun! Woo! It's so good. I absolutely love it. Oh god. Absolutely fantastic. Such a great Covenant. And I just can't wait to so there's already a guy here. So you can see the gold summon sign. That is someone who is in the Sun Covenant. You get a gold soapstone instead of the usual, like, whatever colour it is. I don't really know what colour it is, to be honest. There's two of these guys here in this room. That was my own fault for being a little bit cocky. I did not know you could backstab these guys. That's interesting. I should have known that. But, yeah. Now, guys, down here is a nice pool of poison. Down this way is... I don't usually go this way, actually. I usually skip this area, but we'll get it. An Estus Flash Shard. I don't know why I'd usually skip this area, but I do. Very interesting that I do, actually. In here is a bunch of these. Now, try and kill these as quick as possible, because they create poison. These give you green blossoms. What else? Life gem. This guy must have died from poison. Yeah, poison. We're going to use a Ferrous Lockstone here, because inside this lovely room is a chest with a rather interesting ring for this area. It's a Poison Bite ring and a Soul of Proud Knight. Now, I usually don't come this way because personally I don't really use the ring. It's basically increases your poison resistance. One of several bite rings known for their peculiar design, increased poison resistance. The similar, oddly disturbing design of these rings suggests a common source. Whoever the master craftsman was, he clearly knew his trade. So this basically just increases your poison resistance. My personal opinion, though, I mean, it still goes up really quick. I think it's more for like that. Yeah, shut up, guys. I think it gets rid of your poison a bit quicker as well. Actually, I think that's actually its main use. I'm not 100% sure what it actually properly 100% does. I'm gonna put our health ring back on. Okay, so we're gonna go up there and shut those guys up now. There's nothing really there. Guys, run up these stairs, as this guy will try and poison you. We kill that guy. Now, there are 3 of these in this area. I just got really cocky and tried to do... Oh, crap! I used the wrong move, and I forgot that I was not two-handing my sword. Jump cut! Let's try this again. Now, you'd think there's 2 of them. There actually isn't. There's 3 of them. I did not know that he could do that. Luckily, the 3rd guy didn't come at us. I'm going to take that guy out. Down in this corner here is a Skeptic's Spice. Now, we're going to jump across to that in just a second. But for now, let's just go and take out this other... Here he is. I knew he was around here somewhere. Now this room is full of these poison guys. just be careful when you come in here. This guy has no idea what the hell's going on. That chest, guys, I wouldn't even bother with it, in my personal opinion. It's just trapped. And there is a torch in there. Really, really nothing at all. And I wouldn't even suggest even trying to go to use it. Now, again, with this jump, don't do the jump. It is just literally a jump off the edge. Oh, maybe not. Let's try that again. It's because I did the attack before I did the jump. Yeah, just be careful of that one, guys. This guy can't actually activate this trap, but if you can see just there, very familiar trap from Sin's Fortress from the last game. If you go over it, then you will very nicely. I was trying my best to use that trap against him, but it failed. Wow, I'm really not doing very well today, guys. Jump cut. Okay, let's try this again. Again, and again. As you can see, I'm just failing completely miserably today. I don't think so. Not this time, dude. So as you can see, I'm just making silly, simple mistakes. To the right or the left, I presume there was a guy. Yes, there's a guy to the left. Waiting to ambush you when you try and go for treasure. Mannequin claws. Ooh. No, I genuinely didn't know these guys could drop these. Oh, you see, now that's cool. I'd love a pair of them. Oh, that is sexy. Oh, I like that. Well, there you go, guys. The mannequin claws. I didn't even know that was even a weapon in this game. That's really cool. Soul of Nameless Soldier, and in here, guys, is what we came here for. Heavy crossbow +3 and heavy bolts. Really kind of nice, and we're going to need them for this next boss. Actually, it's kind of it's a hint that they've put them there. It is a hint. This next boss is probably the easiest boss. Well, no, I'd say that. It's one of the easiest bosses in the game. It's also rather, however you want to see it, really. Now we're going to use the heavy crossbow because we want to use the heavy crossbow bolts. Make sure you use iron bolts or iron arrows for this next boss, guys, because what's going to happen? We're going to summon this guy, actually. We'll make this boss a little bit more interesting. Oh, someone failed. Oh well. Okay, let's go in anyway and let's do this. Inside this boss room is Jabba the Hutt from Star Wars. Now, you have to two-hand crossbows to get the get these. Now, the reason why I did that is because this guy is very, very hungry, and he sits there and attacks these mummies before he attacks you. So you can cheese this boss completely just by bringing those guys down. While he's eating, he can't take full damage. So this guy will go after some other mummies. So there's plenty of mummies for him to eat. And while he's eating, you can take him out. That is literally why it's so easy. Is if you've got those heavy bolts, you can just completely not really cheese this monster. Let's have a look at his soul. Soul of the current demon that devours all things. Eating is an expression of desire. There once was a man whose deep affection was unrequited. He transformed into the Covenant's demon, which only made him lonelier than before. Very interesting soul, very interesting enemy, very interesting boss. So this guy became hollow because he became so obsessed with basically with food, because of his desire to eat, and he became this boss. Someone at FromSoft has to be a massive Star Wars fan, I must admit, because it's just Jabba the Hutt all over. So cool, such a cool boss though. It's Luca Teal, everybody. It's Luca. Hello, Luca, babe.
Still on the road.
On the road again.
Sorry to have burdened you, sir.
Gotta get on the road again.
By way of an apology.
So this, she now, after the third time of talking to us, she gives us the Ring of Steel Protection +1. Not a bad ring, in my personal opinion.
I found my thoughts growing hazy. My memories are fading, oldest first. The curse is doing its work upon me. I am frightened. Terribly so.
Poor Luca.
If everything should fade, what will be left of me? I had an older brother. We learned to fence together. He became the most decorated swordsman in all of Mirror. I never even compared to him. In fact, I never beat him. Not once. But then, one day, he was gone. Lost without a trace. Now I'm certain that he was taken by the curse. If only someone would hear my tale. My brother must have come here, too. Soon I may forget even about him. If only someone, my brother...
So yeah, so she talks about her brother, and she's slowly starting to become hollow. We have a couple more meetings with her, I remember rightly. Now, what was I going to do? I'm going to light the bonfire, that's for sure. We're going to come back here shortly for the next half of the episode. I'm just going to go and do a couple of extra things. Make sure you talk to make sure you talk to her before you light the bonfire. We're going to go back to Majula. We will continue Harvest Valley. Well, it's not Harvest Valley now, it's the next part of the area. In our next episode. But for now, we're going to do a couple of things to strengthen us up a bit. Let's use all of our souls. Got tons of them. All these souls we've got. We also have an Essus Flash Shard.
Is that a here to see? However,
thank you very much, Emerald. Herald. Thank you for your amazing work. I'm thinking now whether to level up or whether to... I know what we can do.
Oh, I'd given you up for dead. Almost had me worried, really. How goes your journey? Take these. They should help a bit.
Blacksmith's hammer. Very interesting.
Drat. You're worse than my reckless daughter. Don't spend your whole life in transit, you hear?
So she talks about her daughter. She talks about her daughter. He talks about her daughter.
You'll need souls to repair and improve equipment. I know only of smithing, but souls have many other uses as well. Don't waste your souls on useless trinkets. Think before you spend.
That I agree on.
My witless daughter finally came home. Just as oblivious as she's always been. Well, at least now I can keep an eye on her.
Now, he talks about the girl out there. We'll go talk to her in a second. Let's upgrade our fire longsword to +7. Also, let's do a bit of upgrading onto our armor as well. I literally do mean a bit. There we go. That'll do for now. Again, I'm going to be changing the Elite Knight gloves for something else a little bit later on.
Oh, fancy meeting you here.
Here she is.
Speak up if you need anything at all, alright?
So again, she's still selling the same stuff.
These stones may look all the same, but to the trained eye, each is unique. Some of them are used to smith weapons and armor.
You're holding a
and
bone
some unique
there,
stones
not
provide
a
special
stone.
benefits. Some of them are extremely rare and should be used with great thrift. None of the differences are easily spotted, but I've learned quite a lot, really. You know how they call this place Drang Lake, right?
Yes.
Well, in the old lore, in stories and the like, they said it had another name. What was it? Well, I don't know. It's just something I heard. Since long, long ago, many kingdoms have risen and fallen on this very spot. Each like a great flame that turns to soot. Maybe that's why people don't remember much about the past.
So she talks there about Drang
No
Lake,
interest.
this entire huge area that we're in for this game, was once upon a time, long, long, long ago, was actually called a different name. And she talks about kingdoms rising and falling between the years and the and how long it's been since it's become Drang Lake. Now, one thing about this game that you want to realize is that in this game, Drang Lake, I don't want to spoil too much, but let's just say there's controversy around the internet saying that it is a place from the older games. I'm not going to say what, but yeah, Drang Lake was once part of one of the other games. I love the setting of this place because it really does. They sort of set you up. They don't tell you fully. That's why there's a lot of controversy going on and stuff. But yeah, there's actually another dialogue that I really want to look at very shortly. We're gonna unpetrify a guy in just a minute once he's spoken to the rest of this lady's dialogue. It'll give us a bit more information.
What? Do you need something? You see that blacksmith over there?
Yes.
Is he one of those hollows?
Yes.
He seems to keep eyeing me up. He sort of looks like my father. He's a blacksmith too, you see.
Sorry,
Such a worry.
my throat is absolutely dying.
But he wouldn't follow me out here, would he?
I honestly don't know. So he says, Leathergrass says that she is his daughter. She doesn't really realise. She thinks that he looks similar, but doesn't really recognise him 100% because he's hollow.
I was born in a land to the west, Vulcan, famous for its merchants. They were great, bustling cities. But for me, they were suffocating. And so I set out, in search of stones in faraway lands. There are dangers, for certain, but I much prefer to live this way. But for the life of me, I can't remember how I ended up here.
Again,
It's
talking
as if
about how
I
she
was
doesn't
drawn
know.
to the place, or lured in. Oh, I don't know. These stones may look.
So we've seen that dialogue already.
You know how
Oh God.
eat maybe.
So now just like loop
No.
around her dialogue. Okay, so have we got the items that I need? 11 skulls. We've got 2 of them. That should be enough, I think. I'm gonna do a bit of leveling up.
There. See, less.
Let's see. I want at least 20 dexterity, and then we will upgrade our strength completely. Okay, so we can get rid of that now. We don't need it on our person. That's everything that I think we need to do for now in Majula. Okay, so we're going to go to Macduff's bonfire. I should hopefully have a Ferrous Lockstone. If I don't, then this is not going to work. That's what I wanted to check, actually, and I completely forgot. Yes, we have. Good. We've got 1 left. That's lucky. Name the soldier soul. So we're going to just brush through all these guys. These guys do drop human effigies. They're a very rare chance, though. Guys, I'm going to rush through these guys. We've already fought them once before. We don't really need to fight them again. Okay. So, in this room, if we use the Ferrous Lockstone in this receptacle, the room lights up and we get 2 faces instead of 1. We're going to go down the first one, try and just to check, see whether those guys are going to follow us. Doesn't seem like it. So, inside... Oh. There's a scream in the background. Soul Vessel here, so we can get another Soul Vessel to reset our stat points. And this is the room that we really want to be going in. I remember rightly, this is just a herb. Nothing too special. Yeah, Wilted Dusk Herb. It's this that we needed to go into. Also, up here, on the way up, you'll see an item. That is going to be a Bonfire Ascetic. There it is. If you guys want to get it, then you can do. You can just drop down from here. You got to be careful in case you die, but you can get down to it from here. You just got to be a little careful. That's all. So in this room, there's a guy to the left. There's also a guy to here, just sitting there. But it's this next room that I really want to use the Alluring Skulls. There are tons of these guys in this room. And if we use an Alluring Skull, these guys will all come towards it. And we can get the jump on them. There we go, they're all dead. That gives us a nice opportunity to talk to this guy. So as you can see, he is petrified. He's been turned to stone. Probably by those guys, to be honest. This guy is one of the most badass guys in the game, in my personal opinion. He's really cool. He even moves out the way for us. That's nice of him.
Still a bit stiff, I'm afraid. I must thank you, young traveler.
I'm strayed, a wandering sorcerer of sorts. I've been a guest for a very long time, but I don't think that anybody will miss me.
Now, guys, I haven't got any more time, so I will talk to the rest of him, and we will see what he has in store for us next time. Sorry for leaving you on a bit of a cliffhanger here. This is quite a bit of lore, all in one character. He's really cool. Guys, sorry for that. But, guys, thank you for watching, and we'll see you again next time on the next episode of Dark Souls 2. Praise the sun!